My father has told me that if a woman's over 32, never been married, never had any kids, there's something wrong with her.
All right. Tell your daddy.
I came across this video on my social media feed, and it was interesting to me for several reasons. We in the Black community do a lot of relationship talk. We do more than our fair share. And this appears to be one of those kind of mixers, like everyone's drinking and they're talking about relationships and that kind of thing. And the other thing I noticed is that this gentleman has almost a tone of, my daddy told me this, I want to see what you guys think about it, as opposed to saying, this is my preference, and if it's not what I want, then I don't have to buy, which is essentially what a lot of guys are saying now. It's, if that's not what I want, I go into the store and it's not what I want, I just go to a different store. But you're gonna see the classic response to what he said, which is pretty much the reason why Passport Bros and SYSBM is getting created in the first place, because he's about to get read the riot act.
My father has told me that if a woman's over 32, never been married, never had any kids, there's something wrong with her.
All right. Tell your daddy. That if you find a woman who is 32 years old, don't have any kids, never been married, tell your daddy that she's educated and that she's planning to make financial decisions so she can afford the children that she has and send them to college instead of having them standing at the L stop. She can drive a Lexus to work. Tell your daddy that the woman is a boss.
I find videos like this very interesting because they give a window to the normalcy in the Black community that just really isn't normal anywhere else. In this particular conversation, it's essentially a woman telling a man, this is what you're supposed to want. After the woman has had her decade of fun, she has gotten her degree and she has her money, and she might have a kid in tow or not, but you're supposed to want that 32-year-old, and if you don't want her, that's something wrong with you. And look, she's fine, perfectly okay for her to have that opinion, but this is kind of the opposite of what you see in a lot of other cultures, where if a guy just doesn't want what's in the store, he just doesn't buy, he doesn't marry. And that's kind of what's causing the Passport Bros phenomenon.
Don't have any kids, never been married, tell your daddy that she's educated.
Imagine for a second, as a man, if you went on a date and you told your date, basically, I have an amazing tool collection. I have the full Sears Craftsman series, and I can fix anything around the house, or I can fix my car without going to the store. And you spoke about that as your main selling point, or one of your main selling points. If the young lady is not interested in that, then it's a moot point. And it amazes me to see that my education should be something that you should like, and it's something that's very unique to our community. And every single time I see it, it gets me, because you can have a college education and still be a certain type of way that can attract men. But to say that I have a college degree, so that's why you should like me or why you should find me attractive, that's very unique.
She can drive a Lexus to work.
It's very interesting looking at some of these TikToks from the perspective that I have after being overseas so long. But when I see someone in this position saying, I can buy a Lexus, it says a couple of things. One, if you're a young lady looking at this, you're saying, oh, wow, you go, girl. But if you're a man looking at this and you're saying, hey, we want to save up some money, or we're going to make a financial decision, and your wife walks in one day and says, I'm going to buy a Lexus and there's nothing you could do to stop me, what can you do? You can't do anything. And so this kind of very strong, I can buy a Lexus energy is like, that's wonderful. You can buy a Lexus, fantastic. But that is not a selling point for a guy that wants to settle down and start a family when he knows that his financial decisions won't carry any weight.
Tell your daddy that the woman is a boss.
And of course, the last point is most men don't want a second boss. it's interesting to me to see the kind of energy that says I can do it all by myself and you're supposed to want me. And if you don't want me, then there's a problem with you. Because let's be honest, the free market dictates who gets what. And if people are pairing up and getting married, then you offering something that somebody wants. And if you're not pairing up and not getting married, then you're not offering what the market is demanding. And so simply put, for a lot of passport bros, they're saying, hey, listen, I'm going to just go check out other stores and see what's out and about. And you can't shame people for going to Target when Walmart's prices are too high. And I don't really know what to say, except guys don't want to come home to a different boss. They don't want to have to fight over financial decisions, and guys just want to like what they like. And so that's a pretty easy decision for a lot of guys that are looking at the Passport Bro decision. So that said, guys, don't feel any bashfulness about wanting what you want, because nobody else has bashfulness about wanting what they want except men in the black community. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.